Welcome back. My name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's for a job interview, a business or sales meeting, or even at a conference in front of large audience. I want to give you a job interview tip. And this is applies to everybody, but specifically for people who are maybe in their 40s and 50s and perhaps even 60s who are either looking for a new job or looking to make a transition. One of the first thing that I would advise you to do is the following, because I coach a lot of people, so I know what's coming up. You've got to have some tangible skills today. Let's say you started out with tangible skills and when you first started, and then you moved up the ladder and you got into mid management or even upper management. Now you're in upper management, and due to whatever happens, you lose your job or your company goes out of business, or it has moved away or something like that, where you're affected and you no longer have that job. You're out of that job. Your network isn't as strong as you thought because you didn't work on developing it, and that job that you had, that job no longer is available. What do you do? Okay, this is the thing that I come across a lot. And a lot of it are individuals who have been working for many years, and a lot of them are people who are making this transition from military to civilian. And they're kind of lost in a way because they have a lot of experience, they don't know what to do with it. And one of the frustrations they have is when they go to interviews, the interviews really try to nail them down on real tangible skills, whether it's Excel, database, or whatever technology that they want them to know. Because people who are interviewing them, that's what they understand. And these people who are interviewing don't have that. They get frustrated. It's like they're not asking the question they really should be asking, which is my leadership skill, my other skills, my communication skills. That's a different issue in how they're packaging it. But one suggestion I do have, that the burden is on you. Today you have to show that you can learn fast. There is no substitute for that. No excuses for that. I spend a lot of time learning. Everybody today everybody has to show that they are learning fast and well. So how do you do that? You can do that by taking a course. There are a lot of free courses online, or you can go even sign up for online course. There's any course, there are so many courses available that there's no excuse for anything, saying like, I don't have the money. There are free courses out there, and they're pretty good courses. I've taken a lot of them. I take them. You can also purchase courses, but you have to show that you are learning something new, tangible. Could be Excel, could be particular tool in an industry you're in, but you got to show something you're learning. Because if you're going for an interview and if you're going to say that I'm learning fast, the natural your case would be much stronger if you can say, well, as an example, I'm currently learning Adobe, or I'm currently learning this database, I'm currently learning this programming language, and just so you know that I am keeping up with technology, I'm much more familiar. It's not only knowing the technology, but you got to be able to talk technology. And that's another thing that a lot of people I've come across who are in their 40s and 50s cannot really talk technology from the point of not only the nuts and bolts, but how that technology solves a particular business problem. You've got to be able to make that connection. I know Excel, but I know what Excel can do to help a company make money. And if you can make the people that are entering you comfortable, then these other skills that you do have, leadership, problem solving, critical thinking, logical approach, all of that suddenly becomes very valuable. They won't get to that if you can't help them see, hey, I understand the technology that I have to know. Not that you have to master it, but you do have to show that you know it and you're learning it. If you're not showing that, then I don't know, like, what am I hiring here? You got to show me something, because these people are not going to feel comfortable. They're being told, look, hire somebody A player. So if you're an A player, you got to look, sound, and act like an A player. You can't say, well, I don't know this, I don't know that. Well, at that point, you're no longer an A player. You can't just say, well, I was an A player when I was working there, but now I'm out of a job. Well, that happens to everybody. That's why you got to learn. You got to be able to show that you are currently learning and you have some real bankable, tangible skills. Otherwise, it's very hard to make a case that you are the kind of employee that's going to help them grow their business, make them money, make them productive. Okay, so this sounds for many of you may be obvious, but I keep seeing this over and over again where people are not showing that they are currently learning something new. And that's an investment you have to make no matter how old you are, but especially as you have gone up in years where you have kind of moved away from the ground floor technology that got you the job. And that has all changed now. That's another thing. What got you in there is no longer there. It's different. So you got to constantly keep up. And that's not that difficult today, but you must do it. Otherwise, it's very hard to help people. I have to almost tell these people that by not doing it, you lose 6 months. Some of these people have been out of job for like close to a year. And that year, they have not banked any of these skills. And when I'm coaching them, I'm like, my God, that's going to take, like, how do I help them make a case? And some of it works, but it's hard. It makes it a much harder case to make when you're not showing that you have banked certain skills. So start that now while you have a job. In case you lose it, those skills are there. You're not going to lose them, but at least you're showing that you're constantly learning. It's a muscle. Learning is like a muscle, and you've got to be able to, you constantly have to exercise that muscle because it's not something you're just going to be able to flip a switch and saying, oh yeah, I lost my job, now I'll go and learn it. It's not that easy, folks. Let me tell you, it gets much more difficult as you get older. So you've got to constantly exercise that learning muscle. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or even any ideas on what you're doing to keep up with learning as you are, maybe you're young or older, it doesn't matter. Let me know. And if you need any help with interviewing or coaching, certainly reach out to me. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck.